I watched Centurions episode 1, and I'm about to break it down, but first, let's talk about this orangutan. The show just keeps cutting to this space lady, and there's always this orangutan hanging around her, and the thing is, it's never explained. This monkey is just chilling. Also, the villain's goal is absolutely insane, but honestly, it's a goal we've seen a million times before. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's dive into episode 1 of Centurions. We meet the Centurions, Max Ray, Sea Operations Commander, and according to his text on the toy box, for exercise he regularly swims from California to Hawaii and back. And I looked it up. This would take 41 days non-stop. So yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go exercise. See you in a month and a half. Jake Rockwell, Land Operations Specialist. He wears yellow and has a short fuse. Ace McLeod, Air Operations Expert. He wears blue and is a cocky womanizer.
Sweetheart, fate must have sent you.
So yeah, this is a team of deeply troubled exercise fanatics. By the way, let me know in the comments what your favorite retro cartoons are. I'm always looking for new ones to check out. So the Centurions are being put in charge of transporting a dangerous new cryogenic freezing ray. But of course, the bad guys grab the ray and dip. The Centurions decide it's time to call for help. So this lady in space, who's in charge of all their weapons, she can teleport whatever they need down to them. And then they all turn into different vehicles basically and drive into action. So they're like Transformers meets Iron Man. Pretty dope. The henchmen manage to escape with the cryogenic ray, bringing it to their boss and main villain, Doc Terror. Then he launches a bunch of missiles. The woman in space gives us all the exposition we need to understand his master plan. Basically, he wants to set fire to the Van Allen radiation belt that surrounds Earth, which would increase the planet's temperature to deadly levels. And it's awesome because she's explaining all of this to the orangutan. And look at him. He doesn't care. He has no clue how serious this is. Doc Terror informs the world that he's the only one who can put out the fire with the cryogenic ray, so the world has 12 hours to surrender to him. And this is what I was talking about earlier. When a villain has this kind of demand, like they don't want money, they just want the world to surrender to them. So what? He wants to run the world? That sounds like a lot of responsibility and stress. It's a nightmare. The president plans to surrender and boards Doc Terror's ship. But then the president's head opens up like a blossoming flower, and it's actually a Centurion in disguise, which is truly disturbing. Doc Terror trapdoors Max, thinking he'll fall to his death, but the Centurion's whole thing is they have access to Iron Man suits, so he's fine. Our heroes figure that their best bet is to find the cryogenic ray and put the fire out themselves. So they travel to the most likely location of the ray, the mountains of Tibet. And they see an evil castle and they're like, yeah, that's got Doc Terror written all over it. The Centurions infiltrate the lair, but Doc Terror trapdoors them into a prison cell and destroys their communication bracelets. But the Centurions escape by taking a metal wire from their bed, using it as a lightning rod, and electrocuting the door off. The oldest trick in the book. I think that's exactly how they did it in Shawshank Redemption, too. They make their way to the communications room, but Doc Terror blows up the FaceTime computer. Luckily, Space Lady got enough of their coordinates to teleport their weapons down. They should just always have their weapons, right? The bad guys escape to a secret underground base and set a self-destruct sequence on the entire mountain. The mountain explodes, but the Centurions fly away just in time with the cryogenic ray. Ace flies into space and freezes the space fires, saving the world. Then, to celebrate, Jake makes his family's traditional chili recipe, but everyone is super rude to him and refuses to eat it, even the dog. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.